Hey guys, what is going on? My name is NoJ456 and welcome to everything you need to know about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare multiplayer, everything that we know so far that has been revealed. I'm going to be talking about movement, Exo Abilities, launchers, guns, score streaks, pick 13, lobbies, customization, supply drops, maps, and game modes, and much more. So if you want to see an entire little thing in the description where you can go and click on what you want to watch, you can go there, see what you want to see, and then go back to different sections in the order you want to see it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. If you guys do end up enjoying this, go ahead and leave a like. That'd be very much appreciated. I'm just going to go through all of them and just kind of share with you all the information. I'm very excited for this game, and if you are too, let me know in the comment section down below if you will be pre-ordering it for the special Day Zero edition, where you get to play it one day early and actually get to kind of experience everything and get double XP and some new weapons and camos and stuff like that one day early if you get the Day Zero edition. So let me know if you're pre-ordering in the comment section down below, and go ahead and leave a like. That'd be very much appreciated. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the video. So starting it off with the movement and abilities, I'm going to go over the movement very quickly because you see it throughout the trailer. I don't really have to explain it to you guys. You guys are smart, you can figure it out. But I'm going to go ahead and explain it just a tiny bit and then go into the Exo Abilities, which is a lot of stuff they actually did not talk about in that, and it's very exciting. So let's go ahead and get into it here. So the first thing up is the boost jump. Obviously you can just jump normally and then you can boost up into the air, and from there you have a couple different options. You can just boost dash, so it kind of is a directional boost after you double jump. So you really have like a triple jump every single time you go up in the air on every single Exo SKU. You don't have to put any abilities on it or anything like that. You can just go boost up into the air and then boost to the side, boost dash, or you can boost slam, which is going back to the ground and basically damaging anyone below you. So if you land on someone's head, you're going to kill them. It's very neat to see, and it's definitely a cool thing to keep in mind whenever you're running around the map. The next thing up is the boost slide. Basically, whenever you slide now, just like in Ghost, except that you're going to go much farther. You can boost farther, go on the ground farther, and then from there you can jump out of it, double jump out of it, and then move around the map that way. The last one up is just the boost dash, which is normally up in the air, or you can use it on the ground. If you're running side to side, you can boost to the side, and it seems like if you're running to the side and you click the A button, you're going to boost. If you're running forward, you're going to jump. So if you want to run up to something, you can't really boost, double jump backwards or anything like that. You have to kind of turn on and face it to do it, or you can just jump straight up in the air and then boost backwards without having to turn all the way around. So with that out of the way, with that boring stuff, we get to the really neat stuff, and that is the Exo Abilities. The first one up is the Exo Shield, which is basically like a riot shield that stays there for a certain amount of time, and then whenever it runs out of time, it deploys, and then you have to pull out your gun again or anything like that. It seems like it's very good for kind of like retreating away or something like that. It's not very good for advancing on people, because as soon as you put it away, you're completely vulnerable again, and it's not a very big shield, so it's not going to be OP at all. I don't think you guys have to worry about that. The next one up is Exo Overclock, and for a temporary amount of time, you're going to gain like major movement speed. I'm guessing if it's an entire Exo ability, you're gonna get pretty darn fast for this short amount of time. It makes you run faster, quicker movement speed, anything like that. So the last one, or not the last one, the next one up is Exo Stim, and it actually gives you like a mini juggernaut. For a few seconds, your health will be above the normal kind, so you can survive a few more bullets, maybe 2 or 3 more bullets if you're being shot at, if you're using this Exo Stim ability. It's pretty cool. It doesn't seem too OP, just because it's a temporary amount of time. It's not a permanent perk or anything like that, so I don't think it'll be too bad. The next one up is Exo Cloak. Obviously, this speaks for itself. You click it and then you go into a cloak mode. Next one up is Exo Hover. Whenever you double jump into the air, you can click the Exo Hover button and you'll just fly around, be able to look down below, and you can shoot anyone down below you. The only thing they didn't talk about, and they didn't actually show on this, was the Exo Ping, which is the next one I want to talk about. I'm guessing this works exactly the way Ghost was, where it, like if you activate it, it'll ping off of your armor, and everyone within a certain area of your armor will be pinged onto the map, and you can see exactly where everyone is on the radar. So I don't think it'll be too OP. Either that, or you'll be able to see them through the walls, which might be a little OP, but it'll only kind of affect corner campers and stuff like that, and be able to take those guys out. And the last one up is the Exo Trophy system, which is whenever people shoot stuff at you or throw grenades at you, it'll physically bounce them back. It won't just delete them, it'll bounce them back and then maybe kill them, possibly. If they throw them at you in a corner, it'll bounce right back into their corner and blow themselves up. I'm not really sure, but it's very cool. And basically the way it works is that will take one of your pick 13 slots, and I'll explain all that in a second, but I'll take one of those slots and I'll put it onto your armor. And I'm guessing you can only take one of them unless there's a wild card that lets you do that. But anyway, that is all for the Exo Abilities, and let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So Advanced Warfare uses a pick 13 system, which is almost exactly like Call of Duty Black Ops 2, except your score streaks now are customizable for each class, and also you can pick none at all. You can go ahead and pick 0 score streaks and actually get 3 extra slots for your attachments, for your perks, for your wildcard, stuff like that, or you can spend an extra 2 points, 3 points in total for the 4th score streak, which will give you 4 score streaks and then not very much stuff on your gun, maybe not as many perks and stuff like that. You can actually customize it however you want. There's some very cool stuff to actually let you test it out, which I'll be talking about in just a second here. But the score streaks have a brand new feature. As you're seeing on the warboard, you can actually add stuff to your score streaks now. It will not cost any money in your pick 13 system. However, as you can see here, Warbird Wingman, basically this will add in a whole nother feature to your warbird, but it will cost more points to get the score streak. So say the warbird usually costs 400. If you add this on, it'll say plus 300, and it will cost a grand total of 700 now. So it's pretty steep to actually add on a whole bunch of additions to this. It'll make it a very good kill streak. However, it'll cost a lot more, and you won't get them as often. But it is very cool to see all the additions on there. And there's a couple new things going along with score streaks as well. There's new co-op score streaks, as you're seeing right here. 2 people are using the same score streak. This is how you join up. You basically just go up and you hold X on it, and it will allow you to join up on that score streak and actually have 2 people inside of it at the same time. Now keep in mind, this is less people killing on the ground, which makes it easier for people to focus on actually taking down a score streak. However, it is a very powerful score streak, and as they're showing in this, they're just tearing up everyone. So going back to the pick 13 system here, as you can see, we're just seeing some of the attachments, stuff like that. Their Exo ability and the Exo launcher are basically the 2 different things that you use for the Exo suit on this screen. The Exo shield, the Exo sprint, the Exo stem, whatever you want to put onto it, the trophy system, that will cost 1 slot. And the Exo launcher, you can put in a threat grenade, you can put in a smoke grenade. I'll be talking about all that in just a second here. But again, this is the new pick 13 system for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and I personally like it a whole lot. So let's go ahead and get into some other information here. So jumping in the next part, which is supply drops, you can actually get 3 different things from supply drops, which you earn by just playing the game, leveling up, stuff like that. Advanced Warfare still has a leveling system where basically you can go like 1 to 50, 1 to 55, whatever level they kind of deem as the cap. They don't really talk about it in the gameplay at all, but they do have a leveling system. But you can unlock 3 different tiers of gear from these supply drops. Enlisted, which is the worst, professional, medium, and elite is the best kind of stuff. So basically, whenever you unlock elite stuff, that is the kind of weapons that you want to use. They will have mildly, just barely increased stats for the actual weapon, and you're going to see it here. Every single weapon has a ton of different versions that you can unlock for it, and these are the different camos you can get for it. And basically, whenever you get to the elite stuff, they look a lot cooler, and they're a little bit better than the ones, say, in the enlisted version. As you can see here, some of these have increased accuracy with the lower fire rate. Some of them have a better fire rate with or better damage with lower accuracy, stuff like that. As you can see, this one is one of the higher tier ones, either a professional or an elite one, and that will give you some cool weapon camo and actually give you a little bit more to actually do with it. So you can unlock things like this. You can actually unlock some different cosmetics for your character. You can unlock different shirts, skins. I'm going to talk about all that in just a second here, but basically there are 3 tiers of that: enlisted, professional, and elite. And actually, there's one more thing that you can actually do with this. They will give you in-game kind of bonuses, stuff like this, maybe a random care package. At certain points in the game, you will have the option to use one of these little like supply drops in a game. You can call in a care package just randomly if you need some extra help. You can choose to use one of these. They're kind of like burn cards from Titanfall, if you think about that. They're one-use kind of things that will allow you to kind of gain an edge in a map during specific times. And again, there are 3 different levels: enlisted, professional, and elite. So jumping into the virtual lobby and the virtual firing range and actually the customization, they just briefly flash this on a screen for just a second, but here are all the different options for your customization: eyewear, helmets, tops, loadouts, gloves, pants, knee guards, boots, and Exo. So there are a ton of different options, and basically all of this stuff is unlocked through the different supply drops. If you get some elite stuff, that is going to look the coolest. That is kind of like the purple stuff that you saw. The better like quality, the elite, professional, or enlisted, that's going to determine how cool they look. The more unique stuff is going to be in elite, and obviously you can customize yourself to look any way you want. And then actually you can show yourself off in the new virtual lobby. I'm just showing a little bit of the customization there. Customize your face, everything like that. They're just showing all the different different customization in the Pick 13, all the different score streaks, stuff like that. That was the Orbital Care Package, which is returning, and I'll give you a random score streak there, and just showing a little bit more of the soldiers there, a pink helmet, things like that. And then just in a second here, we're going to get into the actual virtual lobby. So here it is. This is where you can actually look at every single person in the lobby. You can see what they're wearing, what their loadout is, whether they're wearing an Atlas shirt, an infantry shirt, mobile pants, whatever it is. You can actually look at them, look what guns they're using, and look at their primary loadout. Obviously, there's not as many options for looking at their other loadouts, and it's still very, very cool though. And this is the virtual firing range. This is what you can actually go ahead, test all of your guns in. If you like your loadout, you want to go test it out, you can go ahead and just load instantly into the lobby. This is always loaded in the background, so you don't have to go into any wait screen or anything like that. That is real time, what you were just watching right there. If you want to test out a certain gun or anything like that, you just pop right back into the lobby, take a step back, exit back out whenever you're done, and it's very, very fast, very, very cool to see the different stuff that they're doing. So again, here's some more shots of the virtual lobby. Very, very excited for this, and I can't wait to see what kind of different customization options they give us, because I have a feeling some of the craziest stuff is yet to come on what we can actually wear. So that is the elite stuff that you're seeing right there, and that purple stuff I think is the elite, or the orange stuff rather. But anyway, very, very excited. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section. So jumping into game modes and maps, they mentioned that 12 new game modes would be included in Advanced Warfare, and they actually talked about some of them. We have TDM, CTF, Domination, Hardpoint will be returning. Yes, Hardpoint. Kill Confirmed, S&D, Momentum, which is a new take on War, and if this take is good, I'm really, really excited for War. And they actually have a brand new one called Uplink, which is basically like you're taking a little satellite ball. There's some game modes like this in other games, and I like love this game mode. It's probably one of my favorite game modes. But basically, you pick up this little ball, and whenever you're holding the ball, you have to be carrying this. You can't shoot. You sometimes can melee with it and stuff like that, but there are a couple different options whenever you're using this ball. You can either get it into the gate by throwing it. It's kind of like a giant circle goal. You either throw it in there or you jump in there, and if you jump in there, it's worth more points. But you can throw it to teammates, you can throw it at enemies, and whenever the enemies catch the ball, they can't shoot now, so they can't shoot you, and then you can just pick up your gun, shoot them, and then grab the ball right back from them. They show them a little clip of that. Very, very excited, and I cannot wait to play Uplink. It's just going to be so much fun. So in total, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game modes. So we will have 4 additional game modes in addition to these, whether or not they're brand new game modes. I'm assuming they're saving at least 2 for the reveal to kind of like say, oh, and we got this. So if you're still on the fence about buying this, we have this brand new game mode that you can come out and try, and they'll be unveiling at least 2 more brand new ones, I believe. So anyway, those are 8 out of the 12 game modes that will be returning into Advanced Warfare. And now let's talk a little bit about the maps. So in the reveal, they revealed 4 new multiplayer maps. The first is Biolab, which is basically a snow-covered bioengineering facility, which is very, very cool. It seems like there are some canisters that you can shoot and they will actually explode, kind of melt people with acid, stuff like that. It's very, very neat. The next one up is Riot, which is like a prison facility, and it has a prisoner tracking system that you can earn via care package. I'm not sure exactly how you do this. Maybe field orders are returning. Not really sure. I don't think field orders that will be returning. I think if you have care package on, you have a chance of getting this, but then again, that means that sometimes you wouldn't actually be able to see it. But there you can see a little gameplay of it right there. It's very, very cool. That is Riot. Next one up is Ascend, which is a space elevator terminal. They said this one is great for CTF and has 3 lanes, which is a nice classic map loadout. It's like the middle lane, the left, and the right, kind of COD 4-esque a little bit, and it seems like it has some giant turret kill streaks that will actually light up people if you end up getting this kill streak. And the last one up is Defender, which is in San Francisco, and then at certain points throughout the map, one point throughout the map, it will actually have a tsunami. And that's one thing I forgot to mention in the movement type. You can actually swim in Advanced Warfare now. Whenever the tsunami came, the person jetpacked into the tsunami and actually swam in it after it had already landed. And that is just ridiculous to think about swimming in Advanced Warfare. But that's it. I'm guessing they just imported it over from campaign. You can actually swim in Defender, and I'm guessing they will have some other maps with water. If they implemented that into multiplayer, they're definitely going to have a little bit of it in the water. It seems like it has a giant map-based kind of heat systems thing or whatever, and that is a little gameplay with the heat weapons there. So basically what those do is they heat up, they just kind of like microwave the enemies, and they're based on future technology, and that technology will actually allow you to have unlimited ammo as long as you don't let it overheat. So you just have to control your heat, and it actually will cool down whenever you reload it. So you can still reload those weapons, but whenever you run out of heat, it will kind of like burn your hand, and you can't use it for a couple of seconds. So that is the new heat technology weapons, and let's move into the next section here. So now for the giant info wrap-up at the very end, I'm just going to be kind of overviewing everything that we went over. We have new movement systems in Advanced Warfare. We have Exo Abilities. We have launchers, guns, and Scorestreaks that have all been changed. Basically, the new launcher system you saw right there, it kind of shoots out of your wrist now. It's much faster, and it actually works better for the fast-pacedness of this game. This game is going to be super fast-paced with people flying around. We have a little sniper gameplay there. Snipers, I think you're very much going to enjoy this game based on that gameplay right there. And there we see some new cloaking abilities. Overall, customization, supply drops is going to definitely change it up. I'm not sure how I feel about the special supply drops that give you like a bonus advantage in the middle of the game that you earned from a previous game. I think all the stuff that you should have inside of a game should be earned inside of that game. You shouldn't have anything that like carries over from a previous one. There you're seeing some very cool weapon camos there, and a new melee attack that actually was not a knife. You just kind of punched him in the face and he flew away, which is pretty darn neat. And it's, again, you're just seeing some more Exo abilities. We have new maps, game modes. 8 out of the 12 game modes were revealed, and a little swimming gameplay there. Overall, I am super excited for this. We have the tracer grenades, we have the little drone grenades that will actually track people, much like you're seeing on the right map right there. There are actually grenades that will do that for you. Other than that, I mean, spike grenades, Simtexes, stuff like that is all I have to say that's left that I didn't talk about. Smoke grenades, EMP grenades are all returning, and overall, I am so excited for this game. Ending it off with a sweet clip right there to shooting him in the back. I cannot wait for this game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this info wrap-up. It took me a long time to make, so if you guys did enjoy this, go ahead and leave a like on this video. That'd be very much appreciated. It does help my videos get out there, and it does really help me out. So anyway, my name is NoJ456. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and leave a like for crossbows returning. So excited, and I'll see you in my next Advanced Warfare video.